Take your time, young man. Mama used to say, live your life. Ooh. I was just in a Mickey D's. Hi, everybody. Ha, ha, ha. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I ain't gonna hold you long. I'm just saying howdy. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well. Hey, finally caught alive. How are you this morning? I'm doing quite well, Teresa. How are you doing? I'm doing quite well. I'm just trying to get this little day started. I see 4 people in the room. Guys, if y'all would double tap your screen, thumbs up the live for me. And if you haven't subscribed to Sharinabelli, I just got one question for you. What you waiting on? I know I'm waiting on you. What you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button, guys. Come on over to the PO section. Oh, yeah, but I'm doing okay, Teresa. Thanks for stopping through. I'm just, like I said, I'm just coming on to say howdy. And soon it'll be work day 2.0, okay? Because it's been kind of hectic in these daggone workplaces, I'm telling you. It's just, I tell you, a whole lot of focus, just in a whole lot of want, need, gotta have, give it to me. Today, please, not tomorrow. Oh, Lord, hello, everybody coming in. Well, thank you. I'm okay. I'm just getting over pneumonia. Oh, remember I had that bad cough, and that's what it was. I'm feeling much better now. Oh my gosh, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better, Teresa. Listen, baby, stay on top of that. That pneumonia ain't nothing. I had it myself some years back. And when I tell you, and I didn't know I had it, Teresa. I started coughing up, and this is going to sound a little grossy because it was gross when I saw it. But I started coughing up. I don't know what this, it was phlegm, but it was like, it was hard. It wasn't like, you know how you blow your nose and you might have a little snot or something. It wasn't that soft. Hello, everybody coming in. What's Gucci Big Cheese? Wait a minute. What's going on? Who's Big Cheese? The name is Sharon. Get it right or get lost. Okay? Don't come up in here with the disrespect, Corey. Or none of you, because you're going to be timed out or probably barred up off the channel. But getting back to what I was just saying, Teresa, that thing came, when I coughed, it came up out of me. It was hard. Scared to behoot. I was just saying, hey, my bad. Okay. Well, let's be respectful in how we saying it, okay? Because some things, it's like not what you say, it's how you say it, darling. Because some things can come off a little bit suspect, shall we say. But anyway, we good as long as you know. But, yeah, so what happened, honey, my family didn't. Okay, sugar, I try to be fair. I really do. If only you let me. I can only be as fair as folk let me be, but I ain't gonna let you come up in my space in my face and disrespect. That's not gonna happen, okay? Because I'm not gonna disrespect you, nor do I expect you to disrespect me. I don't know you. You don't know me. We just on equal, neutral footing, okay? So let's just try to be respectful. But yeah, Teresa, I got out of that house with the quickness. I didn't notify family, friends, cats, dogs. None of it was so, honey, on my way to the ER because I knew that whatever that was that I had just coughed up, I had never done that before. What was going on? Come to find out it was walking pneumonia. And they gave me some, I think I had these, some type of antibiotics I had to take for like 7 days or something like that. But scared the bejesus out of me because I didn't know what that mess was. I'm like, what the heck on Sam Hill thing is this? I don't know. I didn't know I was that sick either. I woke up last Tuesday barely able to walk. My Lord, my temperature was 106. Oh my Lord. But oh my Lord, you're here to tell the story. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm telling you, He's able. Hi there. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Thank you, A Legend. I am. So far, so good. I have no complaints. He woke me out of my bed. And thank y'all for the thumbs up. There's 4 people in the room, 4 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I do. But yeah, I don't have no regrets. But we gotta be careful with that pneumonia. My mama told me years ago that she had walking pneumonia a few times. And she was so blessed too, She was really, really blessed that, it was caught and taken care of. But honey, when my family got in touch with me or I got in touch with them, they were like, well, Mom, where you at? I'm like at the ER. Child, they was there in 2 seconds flat. And I was like, look, they was like mad with me because I ain't tell nobody. I didn't have time. Stuff was coming up out of me that wasn't right. And I had to go to somebody who got a degree to try to figure this thing out. I ain't got no degree in that field. Somebody who got a degree got to tell me what this mess is that's coming up out of me. And I went and they said what it was. And like I said, they cured it. But we got to be so careful, especially as we grow older. You know what I mean? All kinds of little things. But I just thank God that, oh Lord have mercy. He's a healer. He's a doctor. He's a lawyer. He's a everything almighty. Oh, child, don't get me started on it. Because they listen. Oh my Lord. Yes, God is good. He's awesome. Awesome. I'm telling you, I heard this song long time ago. Say He'll be your friend in the midnight hour. He'll be your doctor, your lawyer. And I can tell you, He done been all that and some in my life, Teresa. So yes, you are absolutely right. Good, 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 good. I remember I was in court and I didn't have no money to get no attorney. And I was praying as the judge was calling me up to the bench. I'm like, well, Lord, I didn't do this thing they're accusing me of. I don't have a lawyer, so you have to be a lawyer. And honey, when I tell you, ooh, I had them boys in there in that courtroom talking about them 2 lawyers. They were turning red because they were like, well, you're never going to give us a word edgewise. I'm like, listen, because he kept calling me by the wrong name. I say, didn't I show you this? Didn't I give you that? Don't come. And Almighty was instructing me, and I know that was Almighty instructing me from A to Z because I don't know, and I'm not even ashamed or embarrassed to say it, but I don't know a whole lot about the law, And that's my bad. I should have been studying, and it's still not too late. I can still because I know some things now because I done been through some stuff. Okay, you had to get to the hospital quick, but I know your kids was worried. Yeah, because they didn't know I was gone. They didn't know, and I'm just a type of person, Teresa. I just get and go. If I need to get and go, I get and go. They was like, well, how you get there? I called a cab. How else? I got there. That was back when, cabs was, this was before Uber and all of that. So I said, I called a cab, and the cab took me to the daggone emergency room. They was a little upset, but they was glad I got there to take care of it and everything, and I, got better. But, yeah, as far as being that lawyer, when I tell you Almighty is, woo, I'm telling you, Teresa. Hey, Drewski, how you doing? When I tell you them daggone boys in that daggone, the lawyers, right, in that courtroom, they didn't know what hit them, honey. They were, and they had taken, they were taking my money. And some little lady who don't know to this day, from that day to this day, she ran up to me as the case had wound down. I was leaving the courtroom, and she ran up to me. And I didn't know who this lady was and why she was coming towards me, but she was coming towards me with her hand up like that to get a high five. And so I gave her a high five, and she says, "Ma'am, you was doing the thing." I say, "Baby, I was fighting for my life." Because they were taking my coin. They were taking my coin. And come to find out, they had to, because Almighty was downloading all kind of info in me at that moment, right? Because he knew I needed the information. He knew I needed something. He was telling me to say this and say that and say this. And I was challenging the people, right? And so I did ask that's why them lawyers got mad. Cause we can't get a word in edgewise. Well, listen, y'all. I done told you this and I told you that, and y'all didn't want to hear it. So now here I go. I'm going to give it to you straight, no chasers. I told them, didn't I tell you my name? Didn't I? Because they was trying to accuse me of doing something in another name. And I didn't. No, I didn't. It say we look at Miss Beautiful Sharina Blessing. Well, look at Miss Sharina Blessing. But yeah, honey, I got some stories, baby. I ain't done been sitting around here pitty-patting and twiddling my thumbs and all that. I got some stories to tell. I say I was going to write a book, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to, as time go on, I'll kind of release those little stories bit by bit. I don't want to give YouTube too much of the business. You know how folk can be. You know how folk can be. Miss B lawyer. But them lawyers was they was hot, honey, cause I asked them to produce something, and the judge granted my request. And without going into a whole lot of detail, I know it sounds a little but I don't want to put too much out. But the bottom line is, honey, when it was all said and done, the boys had to write Sharinabelli a check. And y'all should have seen me opening up the envelope, because I needed to make sure it was a check that was in my name and not the name they were calling me, because I was prepared to ask for a handwriting expert, because nope. But my money was there. And I told the judge, I was getting a little cocky, y'all. I really was. Because y'all know sometimes we get that daggone. We get that little Napoleon complex, that big head thing. I asked the judge, I said, Your Honor, I think I'm entitled to some punitive damages. I think I had looked at too much Perry Mason or something. The judge said, Get yourself a lawyer. And I couldn't do that because I couldn't afford it. Because I just couldn't afford it. You know, lawyers are expensive. Hey, Audrey. I didn't even see you come in. How you doing, baby? Y'all coming in here, and I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Oh, my goodness. Teresa, I'm being nosy how much money you get. I got all my money, but Teresa, I wanted punitive damages because they gave me back all the money. It was over $1,000 that they had been taking out of my check. I mean, my check was coming up short every 2 weeks, and I was mad with the daggone, the timekeeper, because I thought she was drinking good and messing up my paperwork for me to get my right amount of money. So, who is this? Wait a minute, let's do something. Let's help you on out of the old. Oh, God. Okay, we're going to help you on out, baby. Let's go ahead and help you out with the quickness. There you go, baby. There you go. Mama got you good. Mama got you right. Don't worry about it, baby. But yeah, they had took over $1,000, and I thought I deserved, you got a picture of those lawyers. You know how long ago this was, baby? This was years ago that this thing happened. But I was just talking about how good Almighty was, because because it was the case that was before mine, that lady lost her case, right? And then the judge had called my case up, and I didn't have representation, and the judge was like, "Well, you seen how that, because that other case, that person was representing themselves too, without a lawyer." And the judge was like, "Well, do you think you need to get a lawyer?" I'm like, I already had my consultation with my lawyer, the greatest lawyer of them all. I didn't say that out loud, but I was thinking that when he asked me that. I'm like, no, I will go forward. Because, see, when you're innocent of a thing, you can stand on truth all day long, and God knows it's going to work out for your good. And Almighty, like I told him, I said, Lord, you know I didn't do this thing. I'm innocent. I did not do this, but they're accusing me of. So, and some little lady, I don't know who, and it was two European lawyers, right? And the boys was turning red and pink and purple all up in the face area. Because, honey, mm-mm. Mm-mm. They seen Summer Earl. My daddy's name was Earl, right? And that side of the family was a little rough. And I felt my mama's side of the family was a little, some of them was rough too. But for the most part, because we grew up in, a Pentecostal church and all of that. So, I mean, we had flaws, don't get me wrong. We weren't perfect by a long shot. But most time we was, kind of chilled on my mama's side. But my daddy's side, honey, them people wasn't chilled no time, at no time. So they got some of Earl. They got some of Earl. In that courtroom, they got a whole lot of Earl. And the judge was like, well, get yourself a lawyer. And I just knew. I'm like, after I told the judge, I felt like I needed punitive damages. Because they were relentless. They were relentless in pursuing me, coming after me, taking my money. And I mean, they had no right. They had no cause. It wasn't me. You had to go and find yourself another Sharon, whatever, because I'm not the one. I'm not the one. But anyway, I'm running my mouth. What's going on, Drewski, before I get up out of here? What did the lady who high-fived you, I want to send her again? I don't know, Drew. This was, oh my gosh, was it more than 10 years ago? I don't know. But she just saw me, and she saw the case that went before me, how differently they turned out. And because neither one of us had representation, myself nor the case that went before me. But I just knew that Almighty knew that his child was innocent. And these people felt like they were trying to railroad me. But at the end, because I asked the judge to can he instruct the people, since they were saying I was doing this certain thing, can they produce this document? They need to produce it. You just can't come in here and make your mouth say whatever and then poof, you right. No, I need to see. If y'all accusing me of this thing, where is the proof? So the judge said, okay, we're going to put the thing back for about, a couple of weeks, give the lawyers time to produce what it is I'm asking for. At that point, I knew I had it in the bag. I said because they're not going to be able to produce it. So when we did come back to court, what they handed me was an envelope. And y'all should have seen me. I knew it was a check. Y'all should have seen me. I was getting into that envelope because I needed to make sure they had that check in my name. Okay? But it was a trip. It was a trip. I have other stories about how good God was in courtrooms and stuff like that, but can't get into it all right now because it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. And then I gotta get this memory, because as you get older, the memory just don't do what it used to do. So I gotta get the story together. But guys, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I want to thank y'all for coming up in here. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. What Drew's talking about? Drew say, look like, huh? Look like. Drew say, amen. I think I was there. I saw it. Oh, you made me scared, honey. Listen, the Europeans were the ones who were scared. They didn't know that somebody of my persuasion could come in court. But see, they didn't see my lawyer. They didn't know I had a helper there. That's the part they was all messed up about. Because they figure a whole lot of us just ain't got the wherefore to get a certain thing done. Mama woke them up that day. Yeah, they seen a whole new light that day. Because I wasn't playing about my money. I worked hard. He directed it all. I'm telling you, he just downloaded stuff that I wasn't even thinking about. But I had said a prayer. Lord, you have to be my lawyer because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I know I'm innocent. I'm not guilty of this thing that they're accusing me of. And he already knew that. He already knew I was innocent. That was God. Yes. Y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go. Teresa, you have a wonderful, wonderful day on purpose as well. He directed my tongue. Yes, he did. He directed that whole thing, baby. Honey, I'm telling you, them daggone guys that was in there turning pink and red and purple in the face. I'm like, see, don't mess with God's people. Because he don't play about us. I'm just saying. He don't play about his true people. You trying to live a life of, a truth and love, peace, and freedom and justice. He he don't fool with them. But I gotta get out of here. I'm turning red now. Give it a couple of seconds. You be back to your normal self. I love y'all and I mean it. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for coming in here. I love you guys. I do. Thank you guys. I'm gone. Oh, God.